Hey, Gator girl. I'm so happy you got good news yesterday. That was wonderful. I'm sure you were just beyond the moon. It was better than yesterday. I was beat to death. I was fine getting home Sunday night, but yesterday when I woke up, oh man, I had been hit by a Mack truck. And I think it was a combination of being tired, and I think I was a little bit sick. I don't know how I made it through the day yesterday, and I couldn't drive home. And then I had a fever of 100, and I crawled right into bed and slept till this morning, so I feel better today. Yeah, you were so happy. I didn't even have time or felt like even saying anything. I've not been online or anything. But I'm just thrilled for you. That is such good news. It was a lot of driving, and there was just a lot with the wedding and everything because I was nonstop because there was something going on all the time I was there. And then I kept my little grandson 2 nights, just me and him. And he has got, separation anxiety from his mama, but we did okay there. Because luckily the 2 nights I had him by myself, he fell asleep in the car seat, and I was able to carry him, and he went right to sleep. So, oh, is he really? That's good. He and Charlene met up Sunday night for dinner. I think he's been in Florida, and I didn't get a chance to meet him because I was leaving. But he's been down here, and she met up with him, so that's good. Mags reached out to me as well. I wish that I could get my numbers up. I got good numbers, but I would like to get that 1,000 mark before the convoy. Would be nice. I think I'm at like 425 or 426. Oh, is he really? He's at the Trump thing. I haven't even heard much about that other than he's going to speak this evening. I didn't realize he'd gone back down there. 424. Hey, Slim. If just a few of these people would just say, hey, we need to get our number to 1,000, people would pay attention. But if you just, kind of throw it out there, it's like, oh, well. But if you remember back earlier this year, if you said, go subscribe, they need 1,000, they had it in 15 minutes. Oh, Quincy's there and Wyckoff's. Yeah, I figured the Wyckoff's would be. Yeah. Did you see that mess with the Wyckoff's? Was it last week? I mean, I've worked hard. I've got 424 is my number, and then I've got 600 and some hours. But I've worked freaking hard to get those 600 hours. But I wonder what happened there. That's just really odd. Slim, how you doing? I know things aren't good. Yeah, I don't have time to watch much of anybody. I watch if someone makes a comment or highlights something. As you know, I'm juggling too many plates right now. So for sure, we're doing the prayer stream Saturday at 6. I've already told Charlene and Silly, and they both said yes. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. I told her she can't be a warrior 100% of the time. That it's okay to lean on somebody. That's what I told her this morning. Coming from one warrior to another. All right, we're cutting out of this traffic because I'm not sitting in this. We'll have to give this cough a name because it's sticking around like a best friend would. Are they still going to be in Indiana at that point? But that would be great. True, they may. That's for sure. Which would be even better. Okay, Slim, you are watching my driving skills, aren't you? I didn't run that yellow light. I have ran some because if you got your speed up and you just can't, you know you're going to stop in the middle of the intersection, you just have to go. Yeah, I would see if you could talk to somebody to kind of see what their plans are, because I would think they would be making a move here pretty soon, especially if they're going to start heading south, any of them. They may even head to North Carolina. You know, that connection there. I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah, I would definitely do that. It's nice it's still being daylight. Gator, do you remember me telling the owl story a few weeks ago about the baby owls that I rescued? I don't think you were on there, but I think you might have seen me talking about it. Is it dark there? I think it stays daylight a little bit later in Florida. Well, I've been hearing, I hear them from time to time, but I've been hearing this hooting the past few nights. And this morning they were hooting, and as I was taking the dogs out, it was just about this light this morning, and I thought, let me look up in the trees, see if I can see them. And sure enough, they were. I've got this tall pines behind me, and there was one on the right, one on the left, about 4 trees apart. And they were just hooing up a storm, but the one on the right flew away. I know, I just something tells me that they're both my baby birds that I rescued. But the other one, he stayed and he hooted and he looked down at me, and I talked to him and I called him because I had named him last year, and I talked to him and he looked at me and hooted and just sat there looking down at me. I'm pretty sure it was my baby owls. I think they were both out there. And then he flew over to the tree where she was, and then they were hooting back and forth. Oh, there's an ambulance coming up behind me. Oh no, it turned. Okay. It was very sweet because I saw the first one fly, beautiful, and then to see him then fly to the next two, the trees over. It was beautiful, and for you to be able to see that, it's just wow. You don't get to see that very often, if ever. Yeah, I think he did because I talked to him all the time. I would go out in that tree and I would talk to him and I called him by name. And I told you, I think when he left, when his mama found him, he circled over me like he was telling me goodbye, and then he flew away with his mama. So I think and I talk to the animals in my backyard, which is crazy. I talk to the squirrels as they're going by. But I think maybe and that's why I talked to him. I think he recognized my voice. He says, "There's that crazy woman." So I had to share that with the girl that rehabbed them both. Does she? I have those silly squirrels in my backyard, and I just talk to them, ask them what they're up to, what they're doing, why they're being so silly. Because they run around and chase each other. Oh my goodness. I would put food out for them, but I'm afraid it's going to cause a problem. You know, not close to my house, but I would feed them. I don't know what squirrels eat, but I would give them like a little treat or something, but I'm afraid it'll cause more problems for me. Anybody know anything about squirrels? Wild squirrels? For the squirrels or the owls, Gator? I would like to put some feeders out in my backyard. I just don't want to create problems. Yeah, have a fake owl. That's funny. Now, I would like to take the pine cones and then you coat them with peanut butter and then you put the bird seed on it and then hang them in the trees. So there actually is squirrel feed. Okay. I might do that, but just a distance from my house. I don't want to get too friendly because I know they can do a lot of damage. But they run my fence line in the trees over there, so I could fix them up a little place to feed them. There's about 4 to 6 of them, and they're just happy little things. The sky looks really cool tonight. Oh, I bet he does. My dogs don't even know the squirrels are out there. Yeah, that's the hard part about having an animal is that part. And my two are getting old. My little 16-year-old is, it's going to be hard. That is the hard part. Oh wow, that was very nice. That is definitely an animal lover for someone to do that for you. That is very cool. That's very good. That's somebody with a heart, that's for sure. There's very few people that would have compassion for somebody that just lost an animal, as far as giving them time off from work. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I have a lot of people that I stay in touch with that I've known for years. And when I say years, I mean many, many, many years. Like 40. Well, I'm only 29, so 29 years. There's that beautiful cross. Look at that skyline and that cross. That's gorgeous. Hey, James. Thanks, James. I appreciate that thumbs up. There's a lot of smoke in the air tonight. I don't know if there's a fire or something burning, but definitely smoky out. Yes, James, you did, because you're from Tennessee, right? You chatted with me. I was driving to Virginia and then back. I went to my daughter's wedding. I think. Yep. I love these people that decide they want to stop in the middle of 6 lanes. You should have thought about merging a little ways back. Sorry, that wasn't road rage, just stating a fact. But yes, James, we did talk. I think you were on maybe just as I was getting into Virginia. And you might have been on there my trip up and my trip back. I think you stopped by both times, maybe. So it was a 27-hour trip, round trip. 27 hours it took me. No wonder I felt like I'd been beat up yesterday. And Gator Girl, thank you so much for those directions that you tried so hard when I had to get off the interstate and take that back road. Thank you so much. Yeah, and when we